when we're talking about how to run a SaaS business remotely, 3 key principles I'd say is in November 2023, I launched my SaaS business to 184 business waiting list. I launched it while I was in Marbella, and over 40 businesses started paying for the product, and I've recently moved to Asia to run the business remotely and get ready for our public launch, which is going to happen in March 2023. As we gear up to that public launch, we're getting between 1 and 5 businesses sign up for our waiting list every single day. And in fact, earlier this week, we even had 10 businesses sign up to the waiting list. So things are hotting up massively. The pressure's on to make sure that we can deliver. And that is one of the reasons that I wanted to record this video, because I want to show you what it's like and how to run a SaaS business remotely, and take you through some of the things I get up to as I'm running a business and as I'm getting ready to launch a SaaS business, which we're aiming to be used by thousands of people by the end of the year. Now, every day out here pretty much starts the same. I work out 5 to 6 times a week, and we get up at 7:15 in order to get to our CrossFit class at 8 to do a little bit of stretching beforehand. It's a little bit later than I would in the UK, which I'll talk about later in the video. But for me, it's just really important that no matter what's going on in my day, I get up, I have a morning that sets the day off to be right, because if I don't look after myself, if I don't do the things which lay the foundation for the success of the day, then everything else falls apart. So you've always got to take the time. And we're currently in Chiang Mai. That's the view that we've got. It's smoking season, which is why there's so much haze. And now we're going to take you to the gym. I'm not doing a class this morning, so this is going to be a little bit of a slow one, but you're going to see a little bit of what I get up to at the gym. Right, I've just done at the gym, as you will have just seen. We're now about to go and have a shower. I've then got a sales call, so we'll get ready for the day. Let's hopefully get over that over the line, and then we have breakfast. So we'll have breakfast a little bit later today, and then we'll go over to our new favourite co-working space. This is, you know what I mean about spending time in nature. Like, we have got, so usually while I'm out here, my work day would start at around 10:30 to 11 a.m. And that's primarily because the time difference with GMT plus 7 here. So if I get started at 11, let's say, that's 4.5 to 5 hours until most of the people in the UK have even started the day. So it gives me enough time to get deep work done before anyone else has started the day, but also my calls tend to be a little bit later in the day. I also run an SEO and content marketing agency, and actually at the moment spend over half my time on that business. That business allows us to bootstrap the software company, so the profits of the agency primarily go into the software company at the moment, and I'm just sitting down now because I've got a sales call for that agency, Rough Water Media. I'm having more and more sales calls at the moment because our goal is to triple in size this year. Doing lots of sales outreach and doing a lot more sales calls than I'd usually do. And I'm not a natural salesperson, if I'm completely honest. I'm sort of, I know it sounds cliche, but I like to help people, so I'm not as ruthless on sales calls as maybe I should be. But I'm just about to add some snippets now from the sales calls, so maybe you can take some of the bits there and apply it to your own calls, or maybe you can provide me with a little bit of feedback. So it's 5 minutes past 10 and still a no-show. I'd be lying if I said I'm not a little bit disappointed, because, you know, we are pushing very hard on our growth goals. But at the end of the day, these things happen, especially when you're in sales. If anything, you need to use it as fuel in order to push on to the next one and push even harder to get more sales. So at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do now. We've just got to get breakfast, load up and push on to smash the day. So after that fairly disappointing sales call, we're currently out for breakfast. As I said, we usually start our work day, I guess really between 10 and 12. Well, 10 and half 10 and half 11 usually. Today's a little bit later because after the sales call I just did a little bit of admin. As you can see, we've got an amazing breakfast out in Chiang Mai at the moment. We're in an amazing place. You know, a big reason I wanted to come out here is quality of life. At the end of the day, I can have amazing food for a fraction of the cost. This whole breakfast will probably cost 12 quid, and that makes me more productive, and I can actually enjoy my mornings before any of the team, any of my clients really. A couple of them are based in this time zone, but most of my clients are even awake. So we've just finished off at breakfast, which was incredible. It wasn't £12, it was about £15, which for 2 breakfasts, 2 coffees and some toast I'd say is pretty good, especially in sort of a tropical environment that we are right now. Can't beat the sun. In terms of our plan for the day now, we're just about to head to a co-working space called Collab. I've then obviously got to record this video. I'm going to do sort of what I call daily graft, which is daily sales outreach, daily checking my emails, daily replying to DMs, and essentially just the manual stuff that I go through, get that out right early at the start of the day, doing some deep work. I then also will engage on forums and apply to any jobs on Upwork. I think that the engaging on forums is really important because the software is slowly starting to get engagement. People are recognizing us. People know SEO space now, which is really fantastic, and it's one of the reasons why earlier this week I got 10 inbound leads through the website. So that daily graft is really important, and it does pay dividends. On top of that, I'm also going to be editing another YouTube video, doing a few team calls. I'm then also going to do some product user testing. Before then, Robin's got a sales call this evening, so I'm going to help her out with that a little bit, and then finishing up my day with any other manual client work that I need to do. We have got a team now of about 15 people, so that massively helps in terms of getting stuff done. There's a lot of stuff which I no longer have to do because I've got people that are much better than me at doing it. But yeah, I'm gonna head to the co-working space, so I'll see you there. Right, so we're just coming up to the co-working space now. This is the co-working space, Collab Co-working and Cafe, Chiang Mai. So let's get at it. So whenever I get into a co-working space, one of the first things that I do is get my headphones on, get into some deep work and get out the most important tasks for the day before anyone's up, such as helping the team, lining out systems and getting back to crucially. So as you've just seen, I've finished editing a YouTube video. I really like this co-working space because it's got good background music. There's sort of a busy street ahead, but I sort of like that in terms of there's stuff to look at if I'm thinking and I'm trying to come up with a thought process. So yeah, it's really good in here, and just sort of what I said before, for me, moving out here just massively helps my productivity. It's warm. If I want to take a call, I can sit outside. The food's really good. It's just important to set my intentions for the day. Whenever, every single day, I have the top 5 priorities that I'm going to achieve, and that's really important because I know that even if I've got distractions, even if I've got things around me that may put me off from doing work, I've got the 5 things that I know that I need to complete. That just means I can tick through all of them. When they're done, because I plan 2-week sprints, I know that I'm going to get to my goal by the end of the 2 weeks. So it's just about setting my goals, being intentional about what we're going to achieve in the 2-week sprint, in the month, in the quarter, in the year, and then breaking that down into achievable goals. And then every single day I'll just work through that. As you're about to see, by having a fantastic team that works really hard, it means that we can get much more done. So a lot of the calls, a lot of my time is dedicated to helping the team, answer any questions and putting everything in place that they need in order to achieve their goals. So it works both ways. So we've got the whole team on the call now. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
So we've got Paloma, who's head of community and also head of operations. We've got Louis in the top left there, Louis is our product lead. We've got Zach. We don't really know what he does. He just joins our calls a couple times a week. Zach is helping us out on the product side and also on the strategy, which he's an expert on. And then we've got Pradeep in the top, who really, he makes the magic happen. Without Pradeep, we would not be here today. So there's the team, and today we're just going to be doing a stand-up. We're going to be talking about the things that we need to get done, as well as figuring out how we can help each other to move forward. So we've just finished the team call, and now it is just Paloma and I. So basically, Paloma leads she's head of community and head of operations, and what that means is we're trying to build out and systemize the agency as much as possible. So Paloma's primarily focusing on that, but then also with the software, we obviously want our churn to be as low as possible. So Paloma's fantastic to bring in to make sure that she keeps the community as engaged as possible, but then also to make sure that when we hit our 3x goals with the agency, we've got all of the systems laid out in order to ensure that the standards don't slip, and also that the efficiency across the board is set out.
That's
what
me.
An intro.
That's all I do. If you asked me to say that, I wouldn't be able to.
So
what do you do, Paloma? So I do Notion.
Paloma, you've obviously been in the team 2.5 months?
Yeah, just about.
What's it like to work with the Reporter Media team, and what are you most excited about over the next 12 months? You can't say New York.
I am so excited for Henry to be flying me out to New York, which he is 100% promised is going to happen. Haven't you, Henry?
Yeah, for Circle Day,
Yeah.
Squarespace Circle Day.
The things I'm most excited for, I'm most excited just to see the hard work pay off, to be honest. Like, I've only been here for 2.5 months, but I've seen like the process of the initial launch to our waiting list, which is a lot more closed off, and like all of the development that's then happened from there, and like how the team has dealt with it. Like, I would not be able to do it without him. And yeah, it's been really great because I think everything's done really quickly, and that's in like previous maybe teams and companies that I've worked for, it's not been like action. Everything is done so quickly here, and that's what I'm here for, because I love efficiency.
And I think that sort of touches upon a point I said before. Like, when we're talking about how to run a SaaS business remotely, 3 key principles I'd say is like have an amazing team, do things really quick, and trust each other. And on the second 2 points, like, we run by 2-week sprints. Everything is focused on what can we deliver to the highest quality in that period, because that allows us to learn really early and then iterate. And in terms of trust, you know, we all trust each other across the board. And one of the biggest reasons of that is neither of us could do each other's job as good as each other. And because of that, because we all do so many things that each other can do, we have to trust each other. Set us then on the step that now we've all got really good relationships, I'd say, and we all get along. It means that everything just works in synergy, and it's why we're going to hit the goals. We're going to 3x the agency. We're going to get 1,250 paying customers on the plugin by the end of the year. So yeah, enough of that. Paloma's actually got some stuff she wants to go through, so I'll see you in the next meeting with Jonas. Jonas, why don't you tell YouTube a little bit more about yourself and what you do, and why we have these calls every 2 weeks?
We have these calls because we want to keep each other accountable. And about me, I'm Jonas. I'm currently building the biggest self-improvement channel on YouTube in Germany to capture this market.
As I mentioned before, me and Jonas, really good friends, and when we say something on this call, we do our hardest to get it done, because we're both probably the 2 most competitive people that we know. And yeah, looking forward to going through and setting some new goals for the next 2 weeks, maybe month, and doing our best to achieve them. So we're just finishing up our work at the co-working space. It closes at 6 at the moment because it's gearing up for its public opening. It is Collab, Co-work and Cafe in Chiang Mai. And that call with Jonas was really important because we both didn't hit our goals. My goal was to sign 2 clients for the agency. We signed 1 client, but it wasn't a big deal. And sort of the next goal that we set was for me to get 200 YouTube subscribers and to sign 7.5k worth of recurring revenue at the agency. There's no specific goals for the plugin as of yet, because really it's just the non-sexy stuff chipping away every single day. But probably on the next call, we'll be setting out some goals for the software. And one of the main things we want to do is rank page 1 in the top 3 really for every single Squarespace SEO term out there. So we'll probably set that as a goal next, to have the website live and to get those articles up there. So I'm really excited for that, because we're essentially going to use our own plugin and all of our learnings from working with our clients to absolutely dominate the rankings across Squarespace SEO. So I'm really excited for that. And one of the things that we spoke about in the call with Paloma was to how we can get the community a lot more engaged. Basically, Paloma is going to record a video taking users through the new wireframes. So the new version of the software, which I'll add in now, is looking absolutely fantastic. And if we can show users what that is like, then that is going to get them hopefully really excited. They'll see what's to come, and that'll sort of build up the hype before launch, which obviously we're really excited about. And Louis has done some fantastic work. I've probably now got about, it's 20 past 6. I've probably got another 4 hours of work to do. We've got to go and get dinner, and then Robin's prepping for a few calls, so I'm going to try and get some more deep work done. Get my headphones on and blast through some stuff. I'm going to be doing some quality assurance. I'm going to be checking through some copy for one of my clients, landing pages that we're adding to the website, and also I'm going to be scheduling some emails to go out to our subscribers next week, again to get them more engaged, build the hype, and to provide some sneak peeks of what's to come. So yeah, I'll catch you at food. Where are we going?
Somewhere for food, tasty, in the mall.
Going to my shopping mall to get some food. Yeah, so see you then. So just got back from dinner. I didn't record it, completely forgot, to be honest. Unfortunately, we've had the cleaner come in the apartment today, and that cost us £12. Here's a little apartment tour. We've got pretty much everything we need. Fridge, little working area with my ring light for filming. Got a balcony, and then you might not be able to see it, but a view over the mountains in the distance, and that's a big shopping mall that we've just eaten at. And then taking you through to here, nice bedroom. And then weirdly in Thailand, I seem to have this thing about being able to see into the bathroom. So yeah, and then nice little dressing table. What I'm going to be doing now is finishing off the day's work, getting a couple of deep hours of work done. To be honest, I'm just going to do work on the bed with my headphones on. Probably not the best for posture, but at the end of the day, I feel like the day in the life stuff, actually what it's like to run a software company, it's not glamorous, it's not sexy. A lot of it is just time by yourself, getting work done and getting things finished. So there you have it, guys. That is a day in the life of running a SaaS business remotely. Hopefully you've learned some things about how to run a SaaS business remotely, or maybe how to run an agency remotely. But if you have liked this video, please give it a like, drop a comment, but then more importantly, subscribe to the channel. I'm on a journey to grow up to £300,000 a month, monthly recurring revenue. So it's going to be a real good journey. Hopefully you've seen I've been putting a lot of effort into this YouTube channel, and that isn't going to change. I really enjoy doing this sort of stuff. I'm gearing the team up so that I've got more flexibility to do this, because this is ultimately going to lead to more customers for the plugin and also the agency. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.